Brand new, brand new purple light friends, brand new purple light friends, facts, brand new purple light friends. Brand new purple light friends, brand new purple light friends, facts, brand new purple light friends, red and blue, purple light friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
That's right. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. All right. Salute to everybody in the building. Shout out to all of my early listeners who pulled up. Salute to you, Jefferson. I see you. Yeah, tonight's episode is entitled Watch the Party Die. And on this episode, we are going to take a look and we're going to decode the latest song that our good brother Kendrick Lamar just released on 9/11, entitled Watch the Party Die. I believe that's the name of it. Hopefully, we're not giving it any misquotes. Watch the Party, yeah. And we're gonna break down what exactly that means from our perspective. Of course, there's been a lot of takes as to what's going on, what's being spoken of, and like I previously said on many other shows, and I'm gonna reiterate it today, the hip-hop journalism universe, the world of hip-hop journalism is in the toilets. It is in the most horrific shape than it has ever been in. I don't even think you could consider what we have out here as hip-hop journalism. The culture that people are running around calling hip-hop is garbage. It is trash and it needs to die. Henceforth, the name of the song, Watch the Party Die. Academics. I don't even say DJ Academics anymore. Wacademics. Immediately. Notorious Drake Glazer. All right. The Glizzy Goblin of Toronto. The notorious Drake Glazer. Everything in this man's universe, in his homoerotic universe, where he stands. It's not his beyond standing at this point. He's beyond a stand. He's obsessed with this light-skinned nigga out of Toronto named Aubrey. Okay. And nobody can't tell me, all right, that his alarm clock is not a Drake song. Okay. Nobody can't tell me that his alarm clock is not a Drake's song. Nobody can't tell me his screensaver is not a screenshot from the notorious Drake leak. This man has a weird obsession with this weird rapper. And he said immediately, because everything revolves around Drake in the academics universe, who put this man in charge is what I want to know. But anyway, he was like, yeah, this song is about Drake. It's another diss track. He tries his hardest to interject, right, this playable character named Drake into every single thing that not just Kendrick does. He interjects him into everything in hip hop. The girl was breakdancing in Paris named Raygun. All of a sudden, Drake was involved. I think she's, I think she's with OVO. Like, he's literally obsessed with homie. Yes, his pillow is an owl. I think the pillow that he puts between his legs when he needs to cool off is an owl. Okay, this is a weird nigga right here, and he's very one-dimensional. And of course, he tried to make it seem like this was a diss track against Drake when it has nothing to do with Drake. To be honest with you, the track, based off of the analysis that I was able to give it, reading the rhymes and listening to it a few times, it's the reason why Kendrick came after Drake. The track is called Carrying On to Bigger Fish. That should be the name of the track, Frying Bigger Fish, because the bigger fish that needs to get put on the skillet is not Aubrey Graham. He already got fried. He is not the final boss. It appears as if our good brother Kendrick Duckworth Lamar is on a personal mission to take down what he may deem as the final boss. And we should be in unison with that man. We should applaud him. We should give proper breakdowns to whatever songs that he's doing and pull it away from this. There's a Stan universe on YouTube. The podcast, the majority of them trash. The hip hop correspondents, the reaction videos, the majority of them trash. They don't know what they're talking about. They're misleading the youth. Okay. They are not tapped into the culture. They are the same people that Kendrick, is talking to. Let me cue up my armaments. I have to go into the ordinances and get my weaponry out today. Okay, let's see if it works. Because the same people that will listen to a Drake, a Kendrick song and break it down and do a reaction video is the same group of people that would do a reaction video to like an 11 or 12-year-old drill rapper, right? Talking about killing shit. They're like, oh, they turned up. That shit is lit. Like, they don't have no type of allegiance to the truth. They don't have any type of, they don't have any horse in this race. They're not indebted to the world that Kendrick Lamar wants to create. They don't belong to that thought pattern. They don't belong to that worldview. The worldview that they belong to is more closely to a Drake or Wacademics. And the name of the song is Watch the Party Die. To me, it's a double entendre because it could mean the Republican Party. It could mean the Democrat Party. It could mean these parties that you niggas love to go to, and we don't know why y'all are there. What are you at a party for? I would love to know in 2024. What the fuck is at a party? It can't be the women, because the dating scene is in the toilets. It's horrific. You're gonna meet your future whiz in the club. I mean, I hope you're not going to the club to meet women when you could go to Tinder, and there's other, they help alleviate that with Twitter X. Like, you can find your whiz online. You don't got to go out for that. So what are you doing in a party? What are you celebrating? Why are you standing on these people's couch? And why are you buying these overpriced bottles of alcohol? Like, make it make sense. You've been doing this. It's 2024. I was a promoter in 2020. 20 years ago, 2004. I was at Club Cheetahs in 2003 and 4. Me and Blue Pill, we were promoters at Club Cheetahs on Fridays. So 20 years later, people that I grew up with, right? No disrespect to the younger generation, because of course, the younger generation, y'all were in the house when we was partying and whatnot. Y'all were listening to, y'all were watching BT 106 in Park. You were like, I can't wait till it's my turn to party. So, you know, you guys went to college and you mimicked what it is that you saw in House Party and in other things like that. You got to shake a leg, right? You got to mimic what you saw on 106 in Park and Nelly's Hot in Here video. And, you know, you got to do it in real life. However, when does it end, right? Because you've been doing it, and kudos to you, but when does this shit come to an end? When do we stop partying and start taking this shit serious? When do we put the whole party culture to rest and we start working on a political party or some type of gathering where more things are being done that is beneficial to our growth and development? What the fuck have all of these promoters been doing all of these years and whatnot, collecting all of this money? They just been doing parties. You just rinse and repeat. Like, nobody is asking these promoters who make a lot of money, right? Why don't y'all contribute to nothing dealing with the upward mobility of our culture? You just running the same play every fucking weekend. Like, real talk, they just running rinse and repeat. They running the same play. They turn it into sections in the club, and now you got to pay thousands of dollars before you even walk through the fucking door to watch people look at their phones, right? And it's not even real women in the club, allegedly, what I heard. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all niggas is crazy. This is what we have. And why are you partying? Last time I checked, you supposed to party when you achieve something. The partying is supposed to celebrate something. Literally, there's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. You don't own your masters. You're not building institutions. You feel me? You don't own anything. So why are you partying? And why are you spending all of that money on a fucking section? To stand around and to look at your phone, or to stand around and to feed the ego. That's really what the club is. You feeding your ego, because what the fuck else is there to do in the club unless they're playing your song? Now, if you're going to hear your song being played, I ain't mad at you. You know, shit, that's a great experience to see the partying to your music. Oh man, you know, that causes all type of dopamine releases and whatnot. I get it. But half of you niggas, I would say 99% of y'all, do not have your club playing, don't have your song playing in the club. So why are we even considered a club culture? For what? What have we gotten out of the 20 plus years? I've been going out. I was doing the tunnel 1994. So I've been doing this shit for 30 years. What the fuck? And I belong to a generation where 85% of the people that I went to school with, Ditmas, New Utrecht, Sheepshead Bay, Bishop Lachlan, all of these schools, a lot of these people are still in the club. They still go out every week, and they still manage to find a new fit to go out. They still find a new reason to go and dance to somebody else's music in the club. After I started making music, I was like, I'm not going to the club if they're not playing my shit. Like, it really started wearing off on me. Like, why am I in the club dancing to the ops music? Where's my shit at? You know what I mean? But we don't own these clubs. We're not taking a percentage, because if it was a money thing where, you know, sort of like a susu, where the promoters were in tandem with the community and they were taking a percentage, like what if we had a tax? What if we had a melanated tax where all of the strip clubs, all of the bars, all of the quote unquote regular clubs, they all pay like a 2 to 3% tax, and it went into a collective and whatnot. And you know, that pot right there would help to build new businesses, or to buy up real estate, or to invest in some type of investment deals. That would make sense, because there's a lot of money coming through the hands of a lot of promoters in these 50 plus states in the United States of America. We ain't even talking about outside this bitch. So if there was some type of plan where we were collecting some type of taxes from these clubs, these after hours spots, the titty bars, and all of these things, even though every single one of us don't participate in that lifestyle, we could still benefit from it. Because at the end of the day, every single one of us don't participate in that lifestyle, and we're all affected by it in some way, because that nigga tree that came out of the club spilt over into daytime soap opera real life, because niggas are spending real life like they in the club. They carrying on in real life. Look outside right now, women is dressed like they in the motherfucking club, like it's past 2 a.m. and they wearing the most sluttiest thing that they could put on. They're at brunches wearing that. They're at lunches wearing that. They're inside of corporate America wearing that. They're inside the mall wearing that. They're in fucking Kroger's wearing that. And then look at these niggas. They carrying on like they in the club. Coming outside looking like Shannon Sharp. And when he hopped out the truck, niggas got a purse on, standing bow-legged, pigeon-toed and whatnot. Man, this shit is weird. Wearing Sunday's best just to come outside. No. You wearing your finest polyester just to pull up. Nah, man. It has spilled over to the point where this people think that they're in a party 24 hours of a day. They want to be high. They want to be drunk. They want to get fly. What you doing your makeup for? It's 8 a.m. You don't got no job, ma. What are you doing? You put 3 faces on for who and what? And you know, people just have this mentality like they're in a club in every single hour or minute of the day. It's become a fucking party. Like life has become a party to our people, to whereas you cannot really get anything serious done because our people is in such a party. They're drunk off of the party. They're still in a party mind state. And at the end of the day, children party, not adults. Adults celebrate. Okay. We go to celebrations and we out of there. We're not in the spot for 8 hours. We're not in the spot. We're gonna celebrate, get the shit done with, and then we're back to business. This is what adults do. But of course, we belong to a peculiar generation. This is a peculiar generation. This generation, ladies and gentlemen, is a different type of generation. I listen to some of the same music that my son listens to. Okay. Shit is different. I'm different. Okay. That wasn't the case with my dad. Hold on a minute. Today, no, the other day on, I believe it was the same day, 9/11, we unfortunately we lost Frankie Beverly. Okay. The legend, right? Somebody who my parents grew us up on. Okay. And Frankie Beverly and Maze, they made celebratory music. They made celebration music. They made music that we would celebrate where? At the block party, where? When they was playing double dutch and whatnot. You feel me? Shit like that. That's the type of music that we would listen to, right? This was grown folks music, okay? They wasn't talking about proclivities, right? This is cookout music. Frankie Beverly wasn't speaking about he wasn't sounding like Shannon Sharp when he was talking. He's the butt of jokes today. Frankie Beverly, he was hollering. You feel me? He was hollering, but it wasn't in a raunchy type of way. Okay. So even though we would listen to Frankie Beverly and Maze, we were very aware that this was our parents' music, even though it was timeless and it crossed over generations and whatnot. And everybody loved it. Frankie Beverly is an archetype. Frankie Beverly is an archetype. Thank you, Rafisis. The same way that I said that Rich Homie Quan is an archetype. When I think about Frankie Beverly, I think about melanated men with white beards. He is an archetype. He represents, when it comes to his generation, he was the face of that generation. Do you know what that means? I'm talking about the unk who got he looked good, right? In his elder age, he got the dentures is sharp, you know what I mean? If they were false teeth, I don't know. He looked good, he's always smiling, he looks healthy, the ladies are still checking for him, he do a good barbecue, he could fuck up a good steak. That's the Frankie Beverly archetype. He represents, he's not in it, he's not like a standalone. He represents a completely whole generation. The passing of Frankie Beverly is a humongous, large signal from the universe about that generation. Pay attention. I believe he was 77. He is an archetype. Okay? He is an archetype. He's irreplaceable. His sound, his look, everything. So we lost or gained a powerful ancestor in our good brother Frankie Beverly. He represents a generation who also echoes the sentiment of a Kendrick Lamar when even they say this party has to die, right? They are visually assaulted by what they see today in the younger generations. They're sonically assaulted by what they hear with this younger generation. And I know that their hearts and their spirits can't take on all of the niggotry that they read about that this generation is involved with. Okay, unapologetically negative, unapologetically a deaf culture, unapologetically a very toxic, drug-ridden culture. That's not something that our elders walk with their heads up about. They don't go and brag about this shit when they go on vacation and whatnot. That's not something that they are necessarily sticking their chest out about. I don't know if anybody told you, but the elders want the fucking party to die as well. When it comes to hip hop culture, the way that it stands right now with the youth and whatnot, based off of what we saw with Rich Homie Quan, the latest overdose of one of many, right? Not the last one, and definitely not the first one. There's been a lot of overdoses. Mac Miller, Rich Homie Quan, Enchanted, Big Scar, Pimp C, DJ Screw. Please assist me if I'm, I did, because there's so many, I don't want to miss anyone. These are overdoses that I'm speaking of. Fredo Santana. Okay. If not an overdose, it was a result of the drugs, the liver, the kidney failure, and whatnot. We had Michael Williams right? Omar from The Wire, pause. Juice World, okay? These are talents. These are generational talents. MJ, Michael Jackson, right? DMX, Gangsta Boo, okay? Gangsta Boo, right? Big names, right? Prince, right? They said Prince died of an OD, of an overdose, okay? So we have irreplaceable artists and whatnot, generational artists and whatnot, legacy artists, ODB. Come on now, ODB. So if if we are just to sit back and watch these things happen to some of our stars and whatnot, Coolio, right? And be comfortable with that shit and still dance and still party to the music that talks about the quote unquote chemical war or the quiet weapon, silent warfare on our people. Yes, there were a lot of artists that were murdered. If they know that you have a drug habit, they can murder you easily. There's a movie called I think Michael Clayton with George Clooney, right? Michael Clayton was the name of the movie. Michael Clayton is a movie about a dude who's basically like a fixer. I believe he works for the CIA or he might work for Big Pharma or something, but he's basically a hitman who knew how to fix things. So it was showing you in the movie how they were taking people out. They were knocking people off, and then they were framing it like it was an OD. Because if I know that you a drug addict because you rap about that, that's your MO. I'm a fucking junkie. Oh, all right, I got beef with you. You owe me money. I don't like you. I could get you knocked off. I could break it. You could come in your house one night, turn the lights on. I'm sitting there with some gloves on. I run up on you and rub the fetty on your face. Because it just take one little bit of fentanyl to kill you. I tie you up and just drop it on your tongue. You know what I'm talking about? I knock you out and just put the fetty on your fucking lips, nigga. You're done. And then we just say there was an overdose. It's so easy to knock people off who are known drug addicts. You niggas better watch your mouth. Don't talk greasy to these white folk. Do not talk greasy to your boss because they could get you washed and it will be an overdose. And nobody's being prosecuted for no overdoses these days. They just saying, oh, damn, sucks to be you. Do you know how many people who are gonna that's the new suicide? That's the new unalive. You know how many people were going to blow the whistle on like child trafficking and shit like that, and they miraculously, mysteriously OD'd? Aaron Carter, dude. There was another dude. Yeah, ODB died from an OD, and he was signed to Dame Dash Rockefeller at that time. So this is what we're gonna do because we just getting warmed up. We're going to continue this conversation a little later on. Okay. A little later on, we're gonna have this we're gonna continue this conversation about this quote unquote industry. All right. Third Eye Thursdays. We're gonna do the Third Eye Thursdays that we always do. We're gonna do that later on. Like around 9 o'clock and whatnot. But I just wanted to bring this up about this Kendrick song. It is an excellent song. In my humble opinion, it's almost akin to when he released The Heart last year, because if anybody remembers the not last year, but the year he brought his album out, this single is the precursor to the album. This single is the precursor to the album. Okay. The album is on the way. The album is on the way. And this album, just based off of, I can't base off of what I just heard to say that's how the album is going to be. That's what the content of the album is going to be. However, what I will say is I'm glad that he's standing on what he's already been standing on. This is not new. He already critiqued the culture in The Heart Part 6. This one was a scathing indictment against the culture. right? To say that this culture has to die and we got to be the ones to kill it. It's not going to just die on its own. It's going to take people such as myself, the frontliners, the ones that are not afraid, the ones that are not intimidated, the ones that are not co-opted, the ones that are not owned by Zionists. We're going to have to be the ones that kill the culture so it could be born again. It's going to be us. It's going to be us. It's going to fall on our shoulders. Who's ready for it? Who he asked for the warriors? Who's built for that? Because it doesn't, it could get spooky out here. It could get spooky because you messing up a lot of easy money, a lot of people's bags. This is easy money. Oh, put niggas on drugs. Oh, have women speak about prostitution. Oh, hire and sign people who are known to kill people. Oh man, them small hats, that's easy money for them. They just got to go to the gutter, to the goddamn sewers and fish you niggas out. You piranhas and whatnot. They don't have to look they don't got to look too far to find niggas that will willingly sell their people out. So when you start coming after this mafia, they will make it hard on you. Pause. They will make they can make it dark outside. Who is built for that type of warfare? I don't know everybody is built for that. Who's built for that? Because it's going to take a lot. But that's the clarion call. He's calling on y'all to get your to grab your testicular fortitude, to find a pair and to go to war against the main enemy. The main boss right now is the culture. The culture is a vulture right now. So it's time for this shit to meet its end. And it's only going to meet its end by the same people who basically gave it its birth and breathed life into its lungs. And that's the people. So with that being said, I will catch up with y'all later on tonight. We're going to do Third Eye Thursdays, and we will continue this conversation. Peace, love, and light to the family. All right. 1.